All righty. And I'm on. Good morning, everybody. MacBean Scottish Fitness here. Got my shirt there that Alex the Gamer, she's under a different name now again, designed for me. Which was pretty nice. And it's another big bench. Monday. So let's see how far we go. If you're in chat, go ahead and stop in and say hi. Let me know how my video and audio is. I'd appreciate it. You never know what Mr. Internet is going to do. So just still at the warm-ups. Just so people can see, these are 45-pound weights. Good morning, Pepper. Cowboy, great. All righty. Hey, train shoulders. Yeah, I always hope I kill it. Shoulders are fine. I like doing shoulders. Shoulders are a great exercise.
I tried to get in there.
Still trying to wake up a little groggy this morning, but once I get some more sets in me, that should liven me up. Stopped at the $1+ store and picked me up a little BCAA aminos, Cocoa 10. So today's gonna see if I can give that 400 another shot, and also see if I can hit the 365 by 3 again. I think that one will be the more important one. We talk about, rest being important, and rest doesn't mean just laying in bed and staring at the ceiling. It means actually getting good sleep. And I know for a couple hours, I was dead to the world. And I generally get my best sleep about 5 in the morning. It's about 5 to 7, I am out. Of course, when the wife gets up. So sometimes I notice that she gets up, sometimes I don't. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up. Popping in the chat. Appreciate it. Help that algorithm. Views have been up. My subscriptions are coming up. I'm just shy of, I think 16, hitting 6,000 subscribers. So thank you for that. The shorts I put out seem to get a lot of views and a lot of subscribers. Not much money. I think my big day was 86 cents. Woo, I want to spread that around. But then again, I do get comments like I am saying it motivated me to get back into lifting and working out, and that's why I do it. Just to motivate you to get back into the gym or back into some sort of exercise regimen to improve your health. And once your health improves, everything else improves. When you start feeling more energetic, you start feeling stronger, your endurance is better, you start feeling better about yourself. I know when I'm on the upswing, gaining my weights back versus when I'm, after some sort of setback, my attitudes are completely different. Always try to keep a positive attitude. But when you start hitting your milestones again, it's a lot easier to do so. So just remember, even a bad workout is a workout. And don't worry about any of the yells of pain you hear in the background. Everything is just fine. You get one of
Learn how
those,
to relax.
one of those machines where you can just crank and it's kind
Yeah,
of
I
force.
know. She's been telling me.
Get one of those stretching machines for
That's all I've been
karate.
doing.
Now.
Push it. I'm gonna, once I learn how to breathe,
Some of those devices they had medieval times.
once I learn how to.
Which surprisingly used now for therapy. So let's knock out another warm-up set, get the blood moving. So why the warm-up sets? Gets blood and nutrients pumped back into the muscle and joints. Gets everything warmed up. Gets you mentally prepared for everything. So when I do go to the heavier weights, I minimize any chance of injury. Better just to come into the gym cold and throw 15 on there. Could I lift it? Yeah. But the chances of tearing something increases greatly. And we don't want to have major tears. We just want to do little tears. That's how you make a muscle grow, is you tear it a little bit. But you want it to be a controlled one, not a major one. And muscle on muscle tear is fine. Muscle on a ligament or tendon is not. So that's very bad. Usually requires surgery to correct. So we want to avoid that. So always warm up. Whether it's get on a treadmill for 5-10 minutes just to get the body moved up. That's a good way of doing it. Stretching for about 10 minutes is a good way of doing it. Or just starting with lighter weights and slowly move your way up is another good way of doing it. So I will spend the first half of my bench day preparing for the heavier weights before I actually do them. Do I burn a lot of energy during that time? Sure I do. But it's all about burning energy anyway. Sometimes if I'm shooting for a heavy weight, I'll cut the warm-ups down. Or I'll do a lot of warm-ups at the light weights and then just do a few at the heavier weights. And you're just trying to, you got this amount of calories you got to use in the morning. And 2-hour workout, I'm going to burn probably easily 1,000 to 1,500 calories. So I need to kind of plan it. How am I going to utilize that? After my heavy lifts, I do burnouts. After my burnouts, I am pretty taxed, but I can still do supplemental lifts, small lifts. Some triceps, biceps, some butterflies, things that you do with lighter weights. Therefore, don't need as much energy to complete it, but definitely going to still help you out. The idea is once you do the major exercises, you want to get as much blood and nutrients back into the muscles so they can repair. So it's not just, it's depending on what level you want to be into. But it's not just about lifting, it's about how you lift, when you eat. Doesn't do me any good to eat a lot of calories just before I go to bed because I'm at rest. So your body's going to turn that all into fat. But it is important that I get a lot of calories during the day and that I do have a bank of calories for when I rest so that the body can use that to heal. But you really don't want the body spending a lot of time digesting when you're at sleep. So I still eat later than I should. But a lot of that's because I'm on a second shift. But generally about 2-3 hours after my last meal, now the body can actually start getting some rest. It's not digesting your food anymore. That's why I tell people, well, I like ice cream. Well, when you have it? Usually at night, just before you go to bed. Yeah, worst time to have it. All right, better time? In the morning. Morning or mid-afternoon while you're still up and active. I'm not going to tell you to stop having ice cream because everybody likes ice cream. It's just when you eat it. Don't eat it and then, go to sleep an hour later because it's got no choice but to turn into fat.
That was good. That was awesome. Tears were rolling down his face.
You're not pushing hard enough.
I think my muscles went away.
Use those straps.
Yeah. You take one, I'll take the other.
Yeah, I'll take the little pulley system there. Rehab is a lot of pain and a lot of patience and perseverance. Okay. Another warm up with the lighter weights. Keep doing.
Oh, man.
If you ask the question, it's at least one more.
Oh.
Alrighty, so thumbs up. Thank you. If you're watching that, hop in, say hello. Let everybody know where you're at. Always like talking to my viewers. If you have any questions or subjects you'd like to discuss, pop them right in the live chat, and we'll do that. I had someone comment on one of my push-up shorts, and he says, why do you do sets of 25 to 35? Why don't you do sets of 65? And I said, that's a good question. So I went and made a video and told him just what I was using push-ups for. We talked about how some exercises are to supplement your main exercises, and it's not necessary that you kill yourself on them. And then we talked a little bit about, endurance at different ages. And then I knocked out a set of 35 for him. Every now and then, buddy of mine, we'll get into competition on some sort of exercise, and it really drives us both to a new level. So, but I do believe that the push-ups definitely aid me in the bench, and they definitely are a very good exercise. It's one of those basic exercises that benefits your chest, your shoulders, your arms, even some of your back. If you watch it, you can see how the back muscles are being engaged. Keep the spine straight. So it's one of those all full body exercises, where you're using your own body weight against you. Sit-ups are good. You go to
I just.
pull-ups. Pull-ups are huge for the back and biceps and shoulders. Deep movements. These are exercises you can just be at home and say, okay, I'm going to knock out a set of 20, 25, or 30, and they'll definitely give you a huge benefit. So those are things when I get questions that I get from viewers and that generally brings out my next video, so they can kind of get a clear understanding why I do what I do, and understand all exercise is good exercise. It's depending on what you want to accomplish and what your short-term goal is and what your long-term goal is. You should have two goals. You should have a short-term goal. Short-term goal should be a very easy goal, that will just take a decent amount of effort but reachable. Long-term goal should be a goal that is going to be much more difficult to reach, and it's going to take maybe 5 to 10 short-term goals to get there. So my short-term goal is maybe knock out 400 a day. My long-term goal is to blow past the 480 again in the gym, and at least get 451, which is 205 kilos, in competition. I've had people ask when my next competition. My next competition is September 18th, which is a track and field event where I'm going to be throwing discus. So my goal is to throw one in bounds, and then my secondary goal will be throw one at least 125 feet that I feel easily capable of. And then my last goal would be to throw one significantly further. But just throwing, spilling out of the ring, throwing it out of bounds, and it's probably just going to want a nice easy throw to get it into the play area. My connection is unstable. Oh no. I may have to switch over. Oh, because it's on my Samsung. I didn't want it on that. Maybe not. Okay, am I coming through 5x5? I switched over to the internet. I thought I was on the internet, but I was actually on my 5G, which I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be using it. So who knows how my signal was. So let me know how my audio and video is coming across. I'd appreciate it. So, doing a quarter on here now. Knock this out. There we go. Fitness. That's my YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm on live right now. So, we're in a gym. Don't be quiet. I want, sounds of pain, Get it motivated to get in there. You get comments here, are you in a prison? And I figure, why do they keep asking that? And I go, oh, there's bars there. It says, yes, I'm in prison. It's a really nice one. You can leave anytime. It's a co-ed one. Still 5x5, good. All right.
That's it.
Oh, you can go further than that.
Tell her.
Let's get her on some ice. Let's get you on some ice. You'll find out how far you can go down.
I know, right?
My mom found that out. I can't bend my knees. She wiped out and folded both her legs underneath her. First thing my brother says is, yeah, your knees are bending just fine. Are you allowed to push them?
I feel like I will break her leg again.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah.
But then she'd know where to come to for, therapy again.
Let's start all over.
scar tissue.
Remember, if it doesn't hurt, you're not doing anything.
Right. It hurts standing like this.
Okay. So if it already hurts, then you might as well go for it.
This one right here.
Since you went that far.
Oh, man.
We're having a little fun at the expense of somebody else's pain and discomfort.
Get down.
Okay.
But you gotta have a. But at least she's smiling when she's doing it. Smiling or grimacing, I'm not sure. Yeah.
I'm just fighting.
Oh.
She don't want her to be dodging and ducking like.
It's unsafe.
I was like, who is this? Why would I do it that way?
Oh, it's triceps.
This one.
I know I gotta work with that.
So I want you up.
Yeah, push pulls.
I hold it for 30 seconds.
Yes.
You get the teeth.
I'll time you.
Okay.
1.
1.5, 1 3/4.
Oh.
All right, time for another shot at here.
Oh, is he? That's our dress. He went out to Mount Friends to go. I know.
Okay.
All right. Time to get the apparatus skip here going. Yeah, I got 9 thumbs up. Appreciate that. Everybody's kind of quiet today. Must be Monday. So after this, I'll probably go and do some throwing. I did find my son's throwing shoes. Fortunately, we wear the same size foot. So I'm hoping that'll help me increase my spin speed. I also was watching a bunch of videos. And I do that to kind of get it back in my mind. What it is I need to be doing. When I get up there and do the throw. There's so many aspects of the throw that need to be done correctly that it's hard to remember all the things you need to do, but usually by the third or fourth throw, I've got it refigured out. Let me shoot my mobile off here. Looks like Michael's still sleeping. He's got one of those. Get up early, do his job. Oh, here we go. We got the movie star here. He just rolled in.
Oh my God. You're funny.
Okay, I think that's 30 seconds.
Thank you. I am. That's all I can think of.
It might have been 30 seconds, 45 seconds ago, but
Her face and her muscle. Excuse me. Look at his muscles right here. Oh, jeez.
so I got 3:15 up here. It's about time I start thinking about where I'm going to go up to. Right now I'm feeling a little Hey, there he is. Movie stars here.
We got another one.
I got the one that all you young ladies are pining for. To spot me.
You got young ladies on there?
They're in their like 70s,
Well, they're gonna do single leg.
and they like Chuck. He's like, he's handsome.
Yeah. They're great. They're
I'm like,
great.
I'll get to the point where I'll say, listen, unless I get a super chat of at least $5, no Chuck for you today.
Gray hair, gray beard. That's the new thing now.
I got a gray hair. I got a gray beard. I got a gray hair, singular. But
Just a hair.
so that band we went down to Missouri to surprise.
Yeah.
They played there for about 2 weeks. They got invited to open for Foreigner
Yeah,
down at the amphitheater in the Ozarks.
nice.
So I thought that was awesome for them.
Good gig.
Yep. And his wife, she wanted to take another trip to Missouri, but
Yeah.
now that school started, she's like,
I gotta go to Nebraska next.
"What the hell's out in Nebraska?"
I know, Columbus, Nebraska.
I think it's one of the few states I have not been to yet.
Oh, you wouldn't even remember driving through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mississippi, Alabama, and Nebraska are the only states I have not yet been to. I've been to Hawaii, been to Alaska. Alaska was very brief. It was just a stopover on my way to Korea,
Yeah,
but it still counts.
counts.
It's cold as hell.
It counts.
And I remember, now this is 1980. Their deal, their special, at the airport was a beer and a hot dog for $12 back in 1980.
Wow.
Hey, okay, Ken, how you doing? I'd hate to think what it is now.
Yeah, really.
Well, it was just so hard to get everything up there, so it was a lot expensive.
Yeah, I get that.
So the wages there were a lot higher because they had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
There
were.
were anybody up there to stay.
But yeah, I think those are the only 3 states I have not yet been through. In no hurry to go to.
Yeah, the drive through Iowa, Nebraska. Wow.
I've been in Iowa.
Boring.
Yeah, just haven't been to Nebraska. Never went. We always shut up north. We went up to Minnesota when we went to the Dakotas.
You almost have to have a reason to go.
Yeah,
You know,
there you go.
I guess I have a reason now.
His next gig is in Nebraska. What is it? Columbus, Columbus, Nebraska.
It was supposed to be Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Rock radio station, but they're owned by a parent company. And then the parent company decided to move it from one market to another after they signed the contract. So I guess now we got. Oh,
Well,
trucking
yeah, you got to use those big bucks. You got to sit there and travel.
Columbus, Nebraska.
Columbus, Nebraska.
Tens of people, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get tens and tens of views.
There better be a couple thousand of them on the spot here.
Uh,
You're not ready. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna do still warm up. My next one at 365.
Okay.
We got to tease them. I haven't got any super chats yet. There. I think I'm starting to wake up a little bit. Okay, Con, thanks for stopping in. You guys are not very chatty today. You guys were chattier last time. All right. Oh, Jason, good morning. How we doing? I don't know. It says I got a bunch in chat. Okay, I just don't think they're talking too much. Yeah, I am. Was in or maybe still in. Pepper Cowboy, Rookie Con, Jason, that's 4. Showing I have 11. Of course, I don't know how accurate that ever is because it changes. As I was saying, case of the Mondays. So just knocked out a couple at 315, got 365 up here. That'll be my next set. Feeling sluggish this morning for some reason. I had cream and potato soup last night. I make a real huge one. And there we go. Let's get this all set up here. Spider bites? Spider bites? I had a spider bite me here. And it turned out to be a brown recluse. So they took a chunk out of me like that. Just cut it right out. He goes, I can't give you anything for the pain because there's too much fatty tissue there. And he just started cutting. And I'm looking at the doctor and he goes, well, if you want to hit anybody, hit the nurse. And she looked at him like, what did you just say? She's not the one holding the knife. And once you put it down, we might have a discussion. So I had to pack literally nylon rope in there for a month.
Yeah.
And so the next day I'm in the gym lifting.
Oh, no.
And I get to the little locker room and take my shirt off. Of course, the bandage is soaked. And my buddy's going, what's that? And so I open up, so I got to change this bandage and, wash it out and change it. He goes, and I told him what happened. He goes, well, I don't think they'd let you lift if they knew that. I said, that's why we're not telling them.
Oh, my God.
I was in the hospital doing push-ups with the IV on me.
Dang.
I was a little bit more crazed about lifting back than I am now. Now I'm just calm about it. Stick to the light weights. Hey, how you doing, Fitman Prepper? It's accurate at 11 views. All right. So thanks for joining in. It can be pretty early there. So you're about what, 8 a.m. there where you're at? I think you're still only 2 hours behind us. I think it gets to be 3 hours after fall back because you guys don't fall back and we do. Yeah. Then after November, when we fall back an hour, you'll actually be 3 hours behind us. So this one, I really just about the only shirt I have like this. It was designed by one of my viewers. And I'm thinking about getting some more made. It's a different design, but I did like it. And it does seem to get a little bit more attention when I walk. So I think my next batch I make, I have these. They're an investment. I think it was $400 for the last batch I had made up. I end up giving a lot of them away. But I do sell.
I think everybody was
So if you're interested, just email me with your address and that, and $30 will include the shipping. 90% cotton, really nice shirts. Yeah, and Jensen, thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. I got 365 on here. Probably see it once I start moving. There's a 25 on the other side of those 45s. And then I do video it and I post it later on in the afternoon. Where I get to an area where I have a signal. Oh.
I'm trying to reach it. What are you talking about?
Here, piggyback.
Spot this time?
Yeah, just about. Yep. All right. So here you go. There you go, ladies. The moment you're waiting for. I got the rock star here, Chuck. Please spot me. All right. So 365. Let's give it a ride for a couple. See if I can get the sluggishness out of me.
I mean,
That was so funny.
I'll make room for it. It is hard.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, we knew you were coming, so we thought we'd all get in one place.
Oh, yeah. So we'll keep it at a double. And next one will jump to be 385. I've been doing this for 40 years.
I had not even done that.
Yeah. Well, I've had $1 every time I heard that.
I'm like, what do you
I got $100.
Yeah, what do you want to do? I don't know, some more pour? What do you want to do?
Oh, good. I can do some curl. There you go.
So what should I think? What do you? It's like, no, I never.
We stayed at a double.
I can do my
I didn't want to
cardio.
blast out the energy for that third one. Maybe on the way back down. We're going to jump to 85 for a single. And then depending on how that feels, you may have to go to that 400 again. And that's just it. You're going to feel different every time you come to the gym. And sometimes, even when you don't feel energetic, sometimes you still have one of your better workouts. So today I'm feeling sluggish for whatever reason. I may have slept too long. And that is a thing. I did work yesterday, but I got off a lot earlier because it's the weekend. And made cream potato soup, or I chopped up a couple of my own potatoes from the garden. Threw a can of peas and carrots in there. Half a can of Spam I chopped up, threw in there. A can of cream potato soup, and then the mix itself from Bear Creek. And some, cheddar cheese on top, big glass of milk, and it was a pretty heavy meal, pretty heavy in the carbs and that, which may have made for not the most restful sleep that I usually get. But we'll throw up 385 here and see how that feels, and then see if I can knock out 400. So for those of you who were here last week, I made 2 attempts at it. Just missed them. The last attempt was even a little bit closer.
Could you see me out there going, what did she say?
And I really feel that the way I've been working out now, I shouldn't go reach that.
Come on.
So, and this is giving me different gyms and different benches. We'll do a little bit different because when I was at Shorewood, 405 went up pretty easy.
I would.
Because it's a different bench. I know a lot of these weights are heavier than what they're rated at. I've measured a few, and they average about 2 to 3 pounds heavier than the weight that's stamped on them. And a lot of times you can be at a gym where they're a couple pounds lighter. You never know. They're more of your bargain weights. So the consistency is not going to be like if you go out and buy a really high-end set of roll weights, which are probably going to be almost to the ounce, because they will mill those down, and wait until they're exactly, 45 pounds or 20 kilograms, whatever you're going through. Yeah, whole load of carbs. So I did that every now and then.
You guys even this? Ready for the next one? Right.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even think I can do that. I probably should. Randy, good morning. Your girlfriend's on.
Huh?
Your girlfriend's, she just popped on.
I don't know anything about that.
She's the one that's like, ooh, get him back up here.
Please.
So we got Chuck here, Randy.
No, you don't.
He'll be spotting me. It's coming up. You're safe. She lives in Missouri. Yep, she's going, woo.
Come on, somebody else here can grab that if he needs help, right?
Oh, come on, take it when you can.
I'll have to get that.
Take it when you can. My wife tells me that when I'm at a bar or whatever. So I'll have those 8-year-olds sitting on me. And she goes, "What is it with you with the older women?" I said, "I don't know, babe." I had one actually grab my hand and started kissing it.
Oh, geez.
You know, she like blowing me kisses. She might have been 90. And the wife's laughing. I said, "For once, why can't it be somewhere, you know, maybe in their 40s or 50s, you know, somewhere." Oh, is that the eye candy talking? Yes, it is. He's turning red now.
Seriously.
For a guy sits there and plays in front of live crowds. You know, he's a rock
Okay, what's
star.
next?
I actually had a show in Minneapolis. I was playing with Steve Augeri from Journey,
Mhm.
singer Journey.
Like
We were
this?
doing Faith, big romantic ballad. And I look up, and this guy is blowing kisses at me.
Oh, yeah, that'd be my luck.
Kid you not.
Dang.
That'd be my luck.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah, you were in
Look what I'm
Minneapolis.
doing. I look back up, it continues.
Yeah.
And then I look about 2 feet over, and my wife is bent
Bent
over
over
laughing.
laughing.
She set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, he seemed to miss a note. I wonder what happened.
It was hilarious.
That didn't
It wasn't
sound
funny. I mean,
Yeah.
Well-
After the fact.
well, it started, he walked up to my wife and started talking to her. He says,
For a
"Yeah,
man who
we
works
think
on
we're players."
Buffing up the body, no time to be shy.
Going in? You're waiting.
Give me about another minute. I don't know. How long has it been? I didn't pay attention to the clock.
Yeah.
I suppose we can knock it out.
What's that?
Oh, they ain't. I know that. I mean, I go from like, 5 in chat to like, 30 in chat. So the structure.
Yeah, there you go.
To a degree.
Oh, she said she had a nap, so she's feeling frisky.
God.
Nothing you can do over the internet. It's only one way.
Thank goodness.
All right, so he'll take his shirt off more.
Oh, you'll hear me.
All right, on all fours.
You don't want to lose followers on the channel. That's not your
Oh,
goal, right?
God. If I haven't lost them already. All right, let's knock this out one.
All right. How many? One.
Just one.
Thank you.
Take it over.
I remember I said, I got them up there, so I need super chats now.
Straight leg.
All right.
Forward and then
Come on.
I felt good.
Like nothing.
Yeah, well, like 385.
Yeah.
Thank you. So now do I just jump 395 or just go hell it, go after the 400?
No, that's right.
Got to hit the record button, but I got a little bit.
You didn't get it?
Is it burn?
I didn't hit the record.
Oh. Got plenty of witnesses in here.
Oh, I know, it's on live stream, it's just, I haven't figured out how to pull a video clip off of that. I'm sure.
You can.
We'll just go right down the line.
There's free download to let you rip off YouTube.
Add on and you're.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, you can pull down the whole video and go and, chop it up.
Well, they have an editor, but I haven't seen a way to edit it where I can get, then, where I can just grab a short out of it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm sure you can.
Yeah.
I just haven't figured it out yet. Worst case scenario, I can replay it and just record it with my phone. There's always a easy, non-technical way to deal with these things.
Should be able to screen capture
I should,
your actual screen from within,
I want to video capture it.
in the computer though.
I used to build these
Yeah,
from scrap.
really.
And I used to do a lot of stuff with the formulas and that. When I worked at Crossfield Chemical, I took all the stuff we were doing manually and I put all those formulas in, Lotus knows.
Mhm.
So when we did our experiments, we could just enter in values and it would do that 2 hours of math for me in, seconds. So I took a 4-hour job and made it 45 minutes, which was great because then when I got called in, you got paid 4 hours time and a half. Well, 15 minutes to get there, 45 minutes, 15 minutes back home.
Mhm.
And I could get called in twice, 3 times a night. That was pretty good money back then.
Right.
That's where I was so able to get my sleep.
Yeah.
But, and then when they went to a Unix system, they actually paid me for my formulas. They're like, well, what are those? Who did those formulas? Those are mine. And I had the disk. I said, I'll pull them off. He goes, no. I mean, at $2,000.
Yeah.
What the hell? I was going to use them anyway.
Yeah.
So then everybody got trained on just using the formulas. But every now and then I'd still do it the long math way, just so you remember how to do it.
Sure.
Math is also like exercise. You got to keep doing it to stay good at it. So I generally try to work out things in my head first and then use the calculator. So, yeah, a few more minutes at the 400 bitter critter. Good morning. Yeah, we have a little sluggish today, but we're gonna try at the 400 anyway. I had to move this back a little bit. My foot was starting to hit it. And just remember, if I don't get it, it is Chuck's fault.
Pretty much.
There you go.
You gotta get a tooth pulled, Randy. That's no fun. I had one and it came out in pieces, so it took them about an hour. And then they were pissed because I told them don't use any Novocaine. I don't like having Novocaine.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had, wisdom teeth, or not wisdom, I've had root canals done with no Novocaine. But he wouldn't do it.
No way.
Yeah, I still feel it, except I can talk afterwards. I'm not talking like Daffy Duck afterwards. I have my faces now.
Yeah, so then you get,
The laughing gas?
what are the anesthetics that were Carbocaine?
Oh. My brother has to get the Novocaine to have his teeth cleaned. His teeth are so sensitive. I always laughed at it. So I have cavities done, no Novocaine. Because I go, what are you doing? I said, nah, just drill it. Get it over.
So you don't. Had work done.
I had
It depends on what it is.
I did one of those things where, I was trying to pull the frozen hamburgers apart with a big knife.
Oh, stop!
I sliced my hand up really good. So I grabbed a cold rag and I drove to the hospital. And I said, well, I'm going to need this sewed up. And so the same thing. He pulls out the Novocaine needle. I go, what are you doing? Well, we're in a numb area. So let me ask you a question. I said, how many times are you going to stick me with that needle? He goes, well, probably about, 8 to 10 times. How many times are you going to stick me with the needle to sew it up? I was, well, about 8 to 10 times. Guess what we're doing today? So I just had him sew it. And then the nurse started turning green. Are you going to be okay, honey? She goes, well, can't you feel it? I said, well, of course I can. You're not yelling. Does that help? No, that's why I'm not yelling.
How about the people that come in that want to have people and no.
Yeah, that's what I did. I had root canals done without it.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I just
I'm
I just
cringing
go
the
somewhere
entire
else.
time I'm watching this happen. I'm like,
I don't watch it happen. I just go stare at the wall and go to my happy place.
I have to assist people.
Oh, well, you're not being done to you.
Yeah, but I'm like cringing because
I
I
would be
know
sitting
what
there
it
going,
feels
God,
like.
I always say, can't you go down a little deeper in that? Man, you're going a little slow here. Come on.
Like,
Let's reach in there and give it a little push.
and then they're pulling nerves out of your tooth.
Oh, I know.
Nothing's coming out without it being done one way.
That nurse was turning green on me.
Unless they're, completely, yeah, completely done.
You don't want me to-
Vital nerves, no. You see it like color out the stringy and red. Okay.
Yeah, she used to have dental work
A
without it.
root canal. A pulpotomy, okay, because
Pulpotomy.
back when I was at the dentist's office, somebody came in, horrible to make a pulpotomy, like an emergency. Yep. And then you
It's
have,
not a complete.
no. So then you go in a root canal, they should remove that whole quadrant, because teeth have different quadrants, right?
Quadrant is like from here to
Okay, so then, how many, like, say these back teeth have 4 roots, within the 2, correct?
They only have 2. Upper teeth have 3 to 4.
Okay, so say I had to have a root canal on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like,
Or canals, yeah, you can have like 3 canals and 2 roots, right?
oh, okay, so you don't have like, okay, so if they
Learn a
have
little dentistry here.
1 root canal, you can take out 1 of the roots of the 2. So you're down to 1 root, or do they take the
No,
whole?
no, they take the whole, they don't take the roots out. The roots are what anchors the tooth in,
They take the nerve out.
yeah.
They drill the nerve out.
So
you don't
that's
feel
The
it.
tooth is hollow.
And that's why you have to get a crown.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Because if you.
Crown or a
have
cap.
pressure, That,
That's what this
tooth
is.
is hollow, there's nothing filled in it. So you fill it with a rubber material called gutta percha, and it's filled.
Alright.
I think we're ready.
One time?
Drilled, right?
One time.
So you fill that up and then.
All right, 400. Let's get this done.
Stop.
Because I'm dreaming.
I know.
Strong. Okay, it's like only,
I do that with 500 all the time.
So.
Ah. I need to get little teams where they spend about 5 minutes wrapping it up and they got ammonia salts and slap themselves a few times. They say, you're such a boring lifter.
it depends on the skin. It
Lift.
what first happens.
All right, buddy, let's get it.
Okay, you can.
Get even at least. All right,
One time.
400 pounds.
Like, either you got it or you don't.
No, I mean, it happens. Okay. Didn't get all, say the infection was so bad, it's putting it
No,
out.
I
You'll have to come back in 2 weeks to get the rest of it taken out. Because a lot of dentists do it in 2 visits.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Unless it's a specialist.
Ah! And that's how it's done.
Did I let go of that a little early up top?
Okay, because I had one.
I think both of us were at fault at that.
Oral surgeon, never had an issue.
I think I could have helped you get straight out a little.
I thought we were further along than we were.
Yeah, I did too. Then I realized you
And then-
still had to go this.
Now I had to think, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you had about this far yet to go.
Maybe it's just.
But I think that kind of both of us.
Yeah, if you had yours.
I'm thinking like,
So-
oh, shit.
Yeah, I can feel it.
This is not in the right area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch this one right in the throat.
And yet,
And
you
yet,
got it.
I still pushed it out.
All right, I'll be in the next room.
You see it, because I missed this on Thursday. I missed this on Thursday twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See what happens when you're not around?
Oh, yeah. See,
And I wasn't the only one that missed.
that night, that 8 pounds I held makes a difference, right?
Now, you know, first attempt I got about here, second attempt I got there.
Awesome, fantastic.
You know, I think I didn't have enough calories. But, man, the young lady at this spot, man, everybody's like, you should have a girl spot. And I said, girl's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's
You
not
don't
like
need
I'm
this much weight.
Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna need a ton of weight
Not
here.
100 pounds has got to be added.
It's like, yeah, it's not like, let's see what happens if I throw 500.
Down in there because of the crack.
Now I think I'll do a. About 5 or 6 minutes, burn out 315.
So say
Woo.
this is,
All right, feel good.
Okay.
this is a cavity. So you see you have 2 rooms, right? You see those dark spots, dark lines going down? That's your nerve. What they do is they use little files and you go down and you pull that nerve out.
That's what I like about the gym. Get a good exercise in,
See that?
and now we're getting a dental education.
See that dark spot?
Learn more about my teeth
That's it.
than I knew.
Does that make sense? You see
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
how spongy
So
that
Oh.
down here is what.
Heard you call John a beast in
This
her
is
bed,
your-
bitter.
This,
Oh, I appreciate that.
that, see this line right here?
Layton, how we doing? I figured the rough liftoff was gonna kill the left. Yeah, yeah. It had me thinking. It sure did, but
See how it's
you know,
dark gray?
since I went that far,
Around that dark gray.
I'd figure,
Is an abscess.
let's do it.
It's infection.
So
So we're gonna
my goal for today was reach
that gray area out.
and remember to record it.
That chamber,
So I did the 365 for 2 and I did the 400. I missed on the 385.
All the way. See ya, Dave.
No, it's a private gym, Jacob. So
They'll take the whole thing out, so then it's.
the man who owned it was my age, height, weight, everything. Unfortunately, in 2020, he subscribed to the
So-
Charlie
so this,
19, after a month of fighting it.
Okay.
So his wife's running it now, and
Gutter perch.
everybody kind of tries to help in that. So I like this one because it's got some of the old-fashioned free lip weights and that. You know, I do look at other gyms that have more modern equipment, but I kind of like the clang of metal on metal. But I'll lift with any weights, it don't matter. You know, like this room because it doesn't have any of the music playing, so I don't have to worry about you two hitting me with, copyright. You know, they never say it's a strike or anything. They just, I got to go in there and replace it with the boring stuff they have on there. Otherwise, I'll miss out on that 46 cents.
No,
Are you talking about dentistry?
I'm telling you, I learned so much.
You do. You never
Yes,
know what you'll learn.
Dentistry, weightlifting,
Wait,
all this
that's
stuff.
right.
All right, we'll see you when, oh no. I won't see you when. I don't want to be yelling at you.
It's all right. They know where I'm at. I'm in a gym. This is a live stream. These things are happening.
If you're available,
I'm gonna come on
anytime
Wednesday.
Wednesday, what time are you here? Regular time?
Regular.
Okay. I'll let you know Tuesday night how it feels, and then I can step in. Don't tell me no, because I'm not gonna do anything but hold my book. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll take one paper and a pen.
Oh, why wouldn't you be here Wednesday?
I have a
She's getting
liver
another bond.
biopsy,
A what?
liver biopsy on Tuesday night.
Well, how are they?
What?
So they're going to have to make an incision?
Guided needle, ultrasound guided needle.
Oh, okay.
So there's a very thin needle in and out.
Okay, that's what you're
for
talking
5
about.
hours and
That's what you were talking about, Doc, about?
yeah,
Okay. I hope everything's okay.
me too.
We'll pray for you. Yeah, we don't.
I can't lift more than 10 pounds for a week after that. I'm like, well, that's.
Boy, you just go to the doctor to find reasons not to lift heavy
Yeah,
weights, don't you?
apparently. It's been like 5 months.
I'm a trainer, but keep that 25-pound weight away
Yeah, I'm
from me.
like, I can't get that. You're gonna have to pick that up.
Honey, can you bring the plate over to me? Thank you.
Do you know how dumb I felt after surgery? Like, okay, you're gonna put that on that, and then let's see over here. I actually like load everything up, and
I know.
it's hard.
It's hard to keep you from doing it because it's such a habit.
Out of the gym now.
Well, I hope it goes well. We won't let you lift anything over 10 pounds. I'll be on Facebook. Marissa, where are you? So yeah, the next one's gonna be a burnout 315, and then I don't know. We'll see what other fun things I can get into. Maybe I'll do some butterflies. I don't really hear playing the music loud out there, so I might be able to get away with it. Yeah, we have been on here for an hour. Got 16 thumbs up. Appreciate it. I don't know. Maybe I will, Jacob. Last time I did go down to 225, but I only did a set of 12. I wasn't really burning out, which I should because it's probably the closest thing to cardio I get. Although on, what was it, Friday? I think Friday I went for, it was only supposed to be a 2.5 mile walk, but I ended up going 3.5 miles. And I had it's like a 58, no, it's over an hour video I uploaded. I had some rants in the middle of it. So then that's why I told everybody, you may want to subscribe to my second channel, which is MacBean Farms and Prepping, just in case I get spanked by Yankee Tango. Hey, good morning, Wellness Prepper. Good seeing you.
All right, darling. You're welcome.
That's it?
Man, don't ask. I'm going on the Scottish business right now.
Boom. It has an incline bench. Right there. So yes, it does. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do some light ones on the incline. Instead of the 225 burnout, maybe I'll do some inclines. I haven't done them in a while. But I'll probably go light. Of course, light probably still means 2.25. So 17 thumbs up. I like it. Autocorrect. Month of good to goid. It's a good morning down by the harbor. Yeah, it's do some light on the incline. Yeah, I think I'll do that, Jacob. Well, again, a lot of times my shorter videos are going to be responses to questions I got or comments. The good ones are for questions, ones where I'm saying, I've been doing this longer than you, or for the ones that say something stupid. Let me see, what were the silly comments I got this week? I had somebody say nice chest implants. So that was on my last push-up video, not the short, but the longer one. And I said if I was going to buy chest implants, it wouldn't be for me. And then another one was a good comment. He was asking me why I was only doing like 25 to 35 push-ups at a time and not doing a higher number. So I addressed that. That was a good comment, and good comments become videos. So if you do have any questions if it's a good question, I will make a video of it. If it's not, I will make a video of it. No, I'm just kidding. So maybe the burnout at 2 1/4. I'll do the burnout at 315, and then I'll move over to the incline bench. Get 100 steps before bed every night. So in high school, I was very lean, and I set the school record. It may still hold of 1,515 consecutive sit-ups, which I did over a period of hours. And the only reason I stopped is I finally felt a little twinge, and I figured I better stop. The gym coach says, "Don't worry about missing classes. I'll take care of it for you." Well, he couldn't. My history class was also my track coach. So he made me pay for it in track practice. We basically did what we call wind sprints. You sprint for 100, you jog back. And as a senior in high school, I probably only weighed about 155. I was probably right at 6 foot tall, 155. I went into service soon afterwards. After basics and advanced individual training, I came home at 6'4", 185. So when I came home, it was a shocker because everybody shrank. I was considerably bigger than when I left. And, my mom's hitting me here. I'm like, what happened? And then by the time I was 23, I was about 6'4" 1/4, and I was 205. So, yeah, I'm considerably bigger than I was in high school. Now, in high school, I was probably, pretty good. I was probably maybe, 5-6% body fat, and had endurance. So in my family, we are late bloomers. So we have a growing spurt, usually somewhere between our junior year and 1 or 2 years. I think about 23, I stopped growing. So we do have a spurt. I remember my brother was only 4'10" in his freshman year, and or 4'11". In his senior year, he got to 5'8". Our brother was like 5'2", got to 5'10". And like I said, I was 6 foot, and after high school, I got to 6'4". My youngest daughter was the same height and weight from 3rd grade all the way to 6th grade. And then when she went to high school, all her friends were a good head taller than her, and now she's taller than they are. So she had a growing spurt right after her senior year. So growing spurts happen different. In our family, we have our growing spurt towards late high school, even afterwards. My son, after high school, grew a couple inches and got where he's my height too. Yeah, from 20 to 26 years old, yeah. So it just depends what your genetics are. I'm on a live stream, so I'm not talking to myself.
Oh, I can't hear you anyway.
Oh, good. Lip blowing. Mumbling.
I talk to myself a lot.
Well,
It's generally best kept to myself, though.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I'll always be that way. Right. Right. I realized that I so good at not owning and I understand it's all good credit, but I have zero credit. It's not that good. So I need to work on building my credit. The idea of always a credit card company. Right. Yeah, I realized this, I was important to live in like that low of a budget not because that's $40. So it was really important to live like that. So I gotta get out of that mindset. I have no friends alive. You know, if I want to get a car, I want to as even possible just because I have the money up front. Credit, I check it out and said, oh, something. I don't know. Someone said, I gotta figure out what kind of credit card it is, but I like this idea, because it's like, you send in the money and that's your credit limit, and I was like, okay, that I can get the line today, it's mine, yeah. So, which that is. And that's what it is. Yeah, I can't. It's so stressful. Because that's like, making it great.
Yeah. Oh, it's kissing you, so, or whatever the hell, not change. No, I'm talking about our guy thing. I asked him, I got him, what are you gonna become? What are you gonna switch over to dental care? No, he didn't. I was okay, you got rid of it. I was here, you know, she said, oh, you know, this, help everybody out. I said, we're gonna learn. I said, what you gotta do? Oh, no, shit. That's what I call it. They don't need to know what people are. Well, that's it. Unless you got it. Listen, I don't think. Yeah, there has to be. You're supposed to see now. They can't see it. How did you vote?
That and how much do you make?
Yeah. Well. You just create cards in place. Randy's missing. Randy's missing.
I thought, I could have sworn it was when I first started the beach. Because she said, usually I just forget about it from the next time. I got the one, and I said, as long as this doesn't get wrong. What about Tia? We're supposed to,
All righty. Time to do my bird out. Thanks for hanging out. I was gone so long. They're gonna say, yeah, we're used to that. I should have been on that long.
I must not be photogenic enough to be spotting for him. I see how he's got all this high-tech shit going.
Oh, please. He is requested by my subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Got a chick following?
Oh, yes.
What, you got a podcast?
Oh, yeah, YouTube. It's
Oh,
my
yeah.
Scottish Fitness is my channel.
Oh, yeah.
So right now I got 12 people watching. my regular ones. And they ask questions. We talk about fitness, nutrition, and then
That's cool.
then they say, "Where's Chuck?" I said, "Here." So it's the only reason I lift is because they want Chuck here.
Yeah, right.
He's the one you're following, huh?
They're the one they're following. Yes. Yeah. I can't get the women here to yell, so I might as well call you around. That guy at the concert probably watched.
That was hilarious.
Oh, did I hit record? Yeah, I did. All right. Feel good. 315 by 8.
That's impressive.
Thank you. Not bad for an old guy.
How old are you?
61.
I'm 61. I can't do that.
Well, we
I
all.
never could. I could, when I was younger, I could curl about as much as I could bench.
Could you?
Damn near.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, I grew up, I did have foundation forms to be going like just.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I never could bench. I never did a lot of heavy lifting.
I worked on a farm, so I used to be able to throw bales of hay above my head that weighed more than I did. I started working for the farm when I was 11.
You're Scott, what's your thing, the Scottish? I'm Scottish.
So it's MacBean Scottish Fitness. And
Scottish, 100% Scottish.
no, there's some German and Prussian in there too. But I thought one of my cards were still out here.
My cousin was the president of the Scottish American Society up in.
So if you're Scottish, chances are, on my dad's side, we're Scottish, we can actually trace me and 50,000 other people all the way to Charlemagne. So he's like my 34th great grandfather.
My mom was young, 11 kids. My grandpa, I had 6 uncles. And they were all, my one uncle was a little bigger than me. His nickname, his Uncle Ron. He was 6'5".
Most of my family are small.
My grandfather was gigantic.
I get the size from my,
His dad was real small.
Right.
You know, you're like, that don't seem right.
I get my height from my mom's side.
But they were real big, broad. You know.
My dad was only 5'8". My oldest brother's 5'8", the other's 5'10". I got 3 sisters that are 5 foot tall.
Yeah, my sister was something like 4'11".
She's my half sister.
And then I had a brother that was, when he passed away, that was like 5 foot. I used to tease him about being.
Yeah, on my dad's side, the men are somewhere between 5'6" and 5'10". And the women are usually between 4'10" and 5'2". On my mom's side,
A lot of my Scottish relatives.
they're all in 6
They're
foot.
big. I got a lot of them that are real big.
Yeah.
But, my grandfather was a dairy farmer. You know, he never allowed to drive. He was born in
That was my
1870.
first job.
1880.
$10 a day. He would work 12-hour shifts in the dairy.
He was unbelievably powerful, man. But he was huge.
When I was down in Florida, I was working for Medieval Times. I'd do security during the day, and then I'd work the show and take care of the horses at night. And he had a lot of high school kids there, football players, and they're using a pulley system to get the hay up on this loft that's only about 10 foot up. I said, "What the hell are you using a pulley for?" "What are you doing?" I just grab it, boom, and I'm throwing them up there. And I think I was like 25 at the time. They couldn't believe it. I said, "I could do this when I was 11.
Yeah,
Of course, I had a little more weight now.
a lot of us too know how to move shit.
Momentum. You get it moving, and you throw it up. So about 4 or 5 years ago, for Father's Day, I went to see my daughter out in Washington. He took me out to the Scottish games.
Where at?
No, state Washington. It was,
Oh, Washington.
yeah, not Washington, D.C. It take a lot to get me to go there. And I actually entered the games.
They did.
So I think I was 56. Next youngest person was 41.
They were all seniors?
No. So they had a group for people who've never done
What were
it
you
before.
doing, the Stones or what?
Doing them all.
Yeah.
I think there was 13 events. I ended up getting third.
That's pretty good.
I won't go, but you should see the look on their face when I asked if I could do this. They're like, "Well, I said, listen, I do powerlifting."
So I'm in decent shape.
I've been stabbed, I've had five, last time I had surgery on my stomach, it was 6.5 hours. I've been all cut up, you know, had the mesh failed, I had a tumor took out, I've had a lot of shit going on in my guts.
They took a chunk out of my stomach area, but it was because of a spider bite.
Oh, yeah, brown recluse?
Yep.
Yeah.
Got me when I was in Missouri.
I thought I killed one this morning, but on my way here.
And I thought it was a boil, so I took channel locks to it. Popped the core out. Next day it was that big, so they cut a chunk out like that. I was in the gym the next day.
You know, I had a hose in my belly, like 6 foot long and a coil.
Ugh.
And then I had a bottle, and I had that for a month when I got out of the hospital last time. Draining stuff out of it. I had some pretty serious, they kept me in the hospital for a week for pain management.
Yeah.
As soon as I come to, I was supposed to be an hour surgery, take 6.5, because that mesh had gotten tied around my intestines.
Yeah.
When I came to, I said, get me up. They said, you can get me a bottle. I said, no, get me up. I walked around. I never took, they kept trying to give me morphine and some kind of.
Yeah, I try to stay off that stuff.
I never took none of that stuff.
No.
I was afraid that.
I had a bad ear infection where they gave me Vicodin, and for the first 2 days, I definitely needed it. That was the worst pain I ever felt. I mean, I literally had blood and pus falling out of the ear. But as soon as it got manageable, I dumped the rest of it down the toilet.
When they did the surgery, I mean, I got some new stuff. The last time I had the surgery, I didn't get on that time. It was one barrel.
Ugh. 5'9" is a good height. Jason, I take it you're 5'9". They're all good heights.
This guy needed that Scottish American thing. He's way stronger than he looks. He's talking about them Scottish games. That's the guy you need there. He's way stronger than he looks.
He looks,
I wish.
he looks strong.
He's stronger than hell.
I wish.
He does that, the gymnastic shit.
Oh, the gymnastics?
No, what they call calisthenic type shit.
That's full body. That's full body strength.
Yeah, he's unbelievably strong.
So I was planning on that, Jacob, but I'm talking to answer one of the questions, but it's being utilized. So still early though. 18 thumbs up, appreciate it. I'll find out how many sets he's planning on doing. Or he may let me just jump right in there. No, he's 6'4". There you go. I was going to say 6'4" is better. Yeah, did you figure out that StreamYard out? Or did your wife figure out how to get the StreamYard yet, Jason? We can't do it now because I didn't start it out with StreamYard. I forgot to do that. Oh, yeah, I got that way up there. Oh, I thought those were adjustable. For a second, it looked like it was uneven, you know?
I ain't been working out the last 2 months.
How many sets you got of that to do?
Well, you want to get out of it? I'm just trying.
Okay.
That's my first day back in 2 months. I
Yeah, you want to do low reps and low weights.
just want to get some blood flowing.
There you go. Yeah, no, it's been a while since I've seen you. I remember you being in here before. All right, so there's the incline. Just got 95 on it. You're at 7. So inclines cover the upper part of the chest. And a lot of times you'll see people doing them to here. What you want to do is get them down here, which is hard to do. And it actually, after a chest injury, it took a while before I could come all the way down. Anything worth doing is worth doing with proper form. For the longest time, I had a problem with these where I couldn't come down all the way. So I just kept cutting off the weights until I could, and then worked from there. Good height.
You done with that?
With what?
The flat bench?
I am, yep. Here, I'll get my stuff out of your way.
Looking lean, man. You've been losing.
So you do the
You're
gymnastics
looking
sort
lean.
of
You lost
stuff?
some weight since last time I seen you.
Oh, yeah, I lost
That's
the weight.
what you do gymnastic type stuff?
Oh, no, I just do, pull-ups, just,
Okay.
yeah, I do calisthenics.
Those are the ones you can do every day.
Oh, yeah, I do my pull-ups and dips. Well, yeah, I do my pull-ups and dips after every workout. and then I dedicate, my weekends to doing this kind of stuff.
Okay. I tell you, because it's the gymnastics ones that impress me.
Yeah, no, for real, I honestly was
That's
talking
a
about
full-
it when I was younger.
That's a full body,
Full body workout.
the strength and, well, not only the strength, but the coordination.
Yes.
And
It's
I can't
muscle
even-
conditioning too.
I can't even do a cartwheel, never
Yeah,
could.
no, the muscle conditioning, like when they on have the range, they just sitting and holding themselves out there like that. That's not just strength, that's muscle conditioning on top of that too, and that's.
Oh, yeah, just.
I've seen where they had them guys in the
The
gym.
routine, just the length of the
Oh, yeah.
routine. is what they are.
They had one dude in the gym lifting, he had huge biceps. How do you get such big biceps? We do Chris, never. It's from doing pull-ups.
Mhm.
Pulls is, back, shoulder, and bicep.
He says that's why they're, them dudes are unbelievable, in the weights, they were smoking them.
On back day, at the end, they do pull-ups.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's my test, how hard did it work out? So if I can knock out 10 real easy,
Yeah, work
I
out.
did work out.
Mhm.
But if I'm struggling at 5 or 6,
I know
then I
exactly
know I
what
need
you
the
mean.
deadlifts right.
I do the same thing.
Did you do the?
Actually, to be honest with you, I never tried to do it. I never
Just plus
tried.
the muscle ups.
It's kind
Do a
of
pull-up and then you go.
into
Oh.
the depth, yeah.
I don't think, well, I did my head and see.
Yeah, honestly, here, yeah, we would, but to be honest with you, I never tried one.
There was
I tried.
probably time I did it when I was in the Army.
Yeah,
When people would, we went to what we called holiday inns.
Mhm.
There were 3 stories high. I used to get money because people left their keys in the room, and I could scale the building.
That's a good
You
workout.
come through the window. I could scale the building faster than they could take the outside stairs.
That's a good workout too.
But I was 70 pounds light.
makes a little difference, don't it?
Oh, it sure does. Ain't kidding you.
I took 2 months off, worked on the houses and shit. And I was trying to behave.
Like I said, I used to be able to run forever. Now,
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I definitely do my cardio when it needs to be done. I do a lot of cardio throughout the week, and that's it.
well, my raw strength is greater now than it's ever been.
I have noticed that too. When I read a lot, I know a lot of guys, like when they started hitting that between the 35 to 58, a little bit older, that's when they really say like, yeah, I hit my peak of working out. Like now I'm starting to get the full routine and getting the handle of everything.
I did my best in a competition in November.
Oh, okay.
In a raw bench where I'm tied for 5th worldwide.
Oh, very nice.
So I did 202.5 kilos, which is about 446.4.
Very nice.
So, and it's raw.
Yeah.
I don't even use wrist reps or anything.
Yeah, no, that's one of the ones
I
that
laugh
works
like
with.
these people that spend more time wrapping up. than
Right.
they do.
Or putting on the bench suit or some type
Well,
of
that's-
Well, the
band.
bench suits give you help, don't they help you? I thought they like spring loaded them.
Anywhere from 60 to 300 pounds more, depending on the suit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, so it just helps you out pretty much.
yeah, it's like a big rubber band pulling your elbows
Fighting
together.
all that kinetic energy, and then when you get here, it's springing it up.
Oh, okay.
So it's like having me spot you.
Right.
Say it's all you, bro.
Right, but you gave, right, you give me that little extra.
Oh, I gave you more than that.
Right,
I started-
oh, okay.
I started doing a deadlift.
So pretty much it's not really them even lifting it.
You don't ever want to
Right.
get in that conversation, Rob, because they're,
Sensitive.
but I had one guy, he's 10 years older than me, and he did that in the last meet down in Bloomington a couple years ago. He goes, you know, John, when you start doing the quick lifting? I said, well, never. So my feeling is if I have to use equipment, I don't have.
Right, I'm not lifting,
lifting.
right, right.
He goes, well, it's safer. I said, it's safer if I keep the same weight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but what do? You throw out another 50 pounds. So it's not safer. So the guy that he had equipped in my same weight class, but was 15 years younger than me,
Mm-hmm.
on a weight less than I was doing, blew his shoulder.
Oh,
You know his first words were, well, thank God I had the equipment, it would have been worse.
no, that was quick.
I'm looking at him going, how could it have been worse? First of all, you had no business trying to do 400 pounds.
Right, no, you can't pick it up, right.
You know, he goes, well, you're doing 430. I said, yeah.
I know I can.
Well, I've trained this for 48 years.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it didn't happen all right.
Right,
First time I hit 405, I was 45 years old.
very nice.
So, and then 2 years ago, I hit 480 in the gym, I'm pretty clean, so I'm trying to get back to that.
Okay, very
But I
nice.
had COVID kick the crap out of it.
Yeah, no, that put everybody down for a good minute.
Yeah. So I'm on recovery.
That takes longer, older, I've noticed.
Like I said, in front of those lifts, look, those are not near to what I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
405 used to be my first heavy set, not my last one. All right, haven't done them for a while, so we'll stay with lighter weights. I'm up to 115.
Next, just for a second.
Just get to change weights that way.
This is a song, okay? Okay. We're just in the way. Sorry about that, guys. All right, you can have your show back.
You're a star of our show. So now we'll bump up a little bit more weight, because that's what we do. Let me check up my comments here. Yeah. That, talking about me a little bit proper. I do buy a lot of my own clothes. The nice ones the wife buys for me. But yeah, when I came back from the service, nothing I had in my closet would fit. I grew 4 inches and put 40 pounds on when I was in the
When I was
service.
a kid, my old man had us, we had trucks and a wheelbarrow with these had tires on, we did everything by hand.
Yeah.
And I had a 27-inch waist, but I had to wear 32-inch waist pants because my thighs were so big from carrying them forms in the mud and shit all the time.
My buddy was like that.
I was
He
ripped.
lifted.
I stayed like that till I was about 30.
He lifted so much.
I didn't get it from lifting,
He had to
just
put,
from
well, he
working.
did it from lifting. He had to put talcum powder because of his ride.
No, I didn't have my shit touched. My legs were big out here. They were big like right here.
He was playing football for Weekly High School, and he was lifted in. He also was on some extra stuff.
Oh, I know. You know what I thought was the
You
most
should about
impressive
that.
thing? I used to buy a brand new pair of Levi's, I'd blow the crotch out first day. Because they'd slide down like.
Now you're bragging.
No, that used to amaze me because, not then, I was pissed about it. But I got older, man, that was tough, so I ripped them. I'm not ripping.
So I've been buying the Levi 505s on Amazon. I'm getting them usually around $35 a pair. So I stopped at, I don't know what it is now. It used to be Big R,
Yeah, I know what you're talking
no
about.
stock
RP or
field.
something.
So I grabbed a pair of their ones, figured I'll just get me a light pair because at work, I was getting pretty dirty. But they weren't priced, so I get up there and I scan it, and $65. I said, nah, I guess I am buying the cheap ones.
I always buy them Wranglers.
I like them, but the wife says they look better in Levi's, which means that she's still checking me out, so I buy Levi's.
Yeah.
But I did like Wranglers, but nah, nothing but Levi's now.
I was buying them, one real cheap ones that, bought some, what the hell were they? Rural King had them, LPs or RPs or something, they're like $8 a pair. Man,
Yeah.
oh, was I catching shit over that? But I ruin them all the time,
Oh, I've split them.
I spill shit on me all the time. I'm sloppy.
So yeah, Michael Hearn says he doesn't believe in supports of anything such as belts, wrist wraps.
You don't believe in steroids neither. do you?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I had somebody ask me about that, and I said, really, it's not my
Well, he
place.
claims to be natural.
I don't care. This is the way I look at it. If you're over 21, you're an adult, you can assume the risk and make your own choices. I know a lot of people that are on it. I know a lot of people are on it. Something they tell me about it, and I go, that's great. I said, what do you think about it? I said, it's not for me. All right, I'm stronger than I ever thought I would be. And if you would ask me in my 30s, I'd be doing this in my 60s, I'd be going, you're nuts.
Right.
I said, so I'm not willing to assume the risk, but if somebody else is, it ain't none of my damn business.
Right, so you say, oh, right.
No.
That same person that's telling me about steroids is going to McDonald's and having 3 Big Macs.
And you know what I found out too?
Guess
when I
what?
was
It'll get faster. I tell them, don't buy them online. Because I'll get offers every now and then. I'm like, dude, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I do other supplements. I buy them from local people. But I tell people, if you are going to do them, go to a doctor who's experienced into it, have them monitor your liver.
Right, have them monitor your testosterone levels as well.
Yep.
So while you're on, because you're gonna need to be on testosterone for the rest of your life.
I'm not on that either. And I get accused of. They go, what's your testosterone level? I said, I have no idea.
No, I'll never check it.
right.
Because why don't you get it tested? I said, because if I get it tested, I'm going to have a number, then I might start making adjustments because of that number.
You know what I noticed when I was younger? A lot of guys, like I worked out with a guy when I was like 25 all the time, and he would disappear for 3 days. They says, well, he's a crackhead. He goes smokes crack for 3 days. You can always tell because he'll be over at the the protein bar loading up for the weekend because a lot of crackheads. I'm like, there's a lot of drug addicts because you have to have that similar mentality.
I had a buddy
compulsive
like that.
behavior.
Used to be the greatest guy, and he got that crack cocaine.
A lot of dudes in the gym
I
are
watched him blow
actually.
$900 in a week.
I mean, nowadays, it's not even that no more. Like,
Oh,
it's got to the
nothing.
point that nowadays everybody's on roids with some type of TRT. Like, it's got to the point that you got even this 17, 18-year-olds.
I had a guy.
You're too young. You haven't.
You shouldn't
When
take
you're
it
trial and error in the gym, you haven't dropped the plate on your face yet. Like, you haven't got your bumps and your bruises to the gym. Like, no.
I laugh, but I I had 400 pounds dumped on me at a
That's
meet.
what I'm saying. I dropped a 120-pound dumbbell on my lip before and it busted my lip open. Like, you gotta go through those trials and errors in it.
I haven't done the face one yet, but it bounced off my chest. Took me out for a year.
I've had a lot of catastrophes. I almost lost the weight there doing that a few minutes ago. So I'm like, what? And I got up. He was like, oh, that almost fell off. I said, wonder why it felt weird.
Mm-hmm. You know, they definitely gotta go through these trials and errors. They're starting off too young. I definitely tell the little guys, like, you 17, 18 years old, take TRT, that's too young.
Yeah,
At least wait till you're 21, 22 years old. Then you are a full grown adult. To each his own.
Well, they want to
30
go
years
look.
old, he was asking me about it at a competition. And I'm looking at him, he's probably 7% body fat. You know, real numbers. You know, people go, oh, you're probably around, 9%. I'm 18% body fat. That's great. You know, but he goes, well, they want to go in. I go, why?
Right.
You just did a 600-pound deadlift. You did a 385 bench.
What's the problem?
You know, I can see your.
Right, what's the problem?
I said, but if you want to go in, just make sure you're going through a doctor.
It's rough.
He went on, but
It's not worth it. It honestly is not. Just go through the longevity of being in the gym. You have a longer play time.
too many of those people are dying
A lot of
at 45 and 50. And
There's a lot of them in their 20s dying.
Oh, yeah.
granted, I thought 45 and 50 was old until I became 50.
You know, I got a lot of guys around my age. I'm 31. So around my age is down because they did the Royals when we were 15, 16 years old and everything like that. And then the liver just get out on them.
I'm 61 when I
It
was
tears
a
up
kid.
the liver, it enlarges the heart.
It gives you cancer too. All them guys I knew from doing rights when I was
Well,
a kid,
fuck.
it seems like they all got cancer.
Drinking water.
I just didn't like
Drinking water will give you cancer.
I just didn't like the regular, like what came with it. It wasn't like the back acne or losing hair or anything like that. It was mostly like the ED I had a problem with because I even know guys now too. They're talking about, oh yeah, you take steroids and you go to the doctor. Your doctor will give you Cialis right there on the spot and it's free. I'm like, is it that bad? He was like, oh yeah, that's
Really?
What's the Cialis for?
oh because they can't get up. Oh yeah. I said that's not for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know that problem.
He had another reason.
That's why I said, yeah, no, that's not for me. That's not cool.
When I was a kid, my buddy would sell them at the Lion Joliet.
Yeah.
He was.
They,
I was going to do them.
Yeah,
I tell you
said,
what.
my age is 31 years old.
I'm hoping she's listening to the music. She is. But we had a guy, huh?
What?
You're not listening to this conversation,
No,
are you?
no, what's that?
But you had a guy at the gym I worked out with, he had that, so one time he just came down. Holy crap. I was ready to call it out.
Oh yeah.
And not to say I had a problem.
Oh, no, that's say you.
And wife was like, what kind of idiot? I never told her. Holy shit.
It's a good day at the gym, baby.
I was a crane.
I was doing that calisthenics.
Right, for real.
Hey, this is a funny story. I was a crane operator. We had to go get them physicals all the time for high blood pressure. My buddy had high blood pressure, so
Yeah,
my buddy
didn't hear
gets
that,
him one of
did
them Viagra's. He says, these will lower your blood pressure. Doctor.
Coach's little height, good attitude,
He
ability.
was dumb enough to do that. He said, I was never so embarrassed in my life. He's stupid. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Didn't like sports yet. I got a guy at work who would be just an excellent football player. He's about 6'5", he's almost 400 pounds, but he carries the weight really well. He benches like a buddy of mine. That reverse grip. So he does the benching this way.
Yeah, that's.
I had a guy that competed with me, about 5 years younger, but he did it that way because this way it hurt his elbows so bad.
Oh, okay.
But he also did it where the bars just laying there. So during competitions, he'd have me spot him. And he'd look up and goes, well, you're sweating. I said, yeah, because that has such the potential to come right off you. Never did. But here, I'm sitting there ready to jump at it because I got to beat gravity.
Oh.
But, oh, yeah,
Heavy lifts like that?
460.
Really?
Yep.
I never.
Now, he did it that way because when he did this way, his elbows were jacked. So he
I
had to
do
make
a lot
an
of-
adjustment.
I like to do the reverse grip when I do biceps.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah.
When I bench,
I see the guy do it.
I have a death grip on that ever since.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Ever since they dropped that weight on me.
You ever see how them guys always hold their thumb like alongside?
Yeah, I do that one too. That's my famous one.
I seen a guy drop a bar on him with a lot of weight on him like that.
So I did 400, locked it out. They grabbed it, and I relaxed. And the next thing I know, from that height, it hit me right in the chest.
Oh.
And
What
it-
happened? Why
They lost it.
they couldn't hold it?
Yeah,
They couldn't hold it. So I
What the
come
hell
up
were
and the kids got to hear some new words that they never heard their dad use before. And then every time I sneezed, the chest would pop forward. So I had to start doing.
Are you videoing?
Well, it's live stream, but it's facing this way. You can talk. It's a gym.
I know, but I don't want to be in your videos to see, look at the before and after, it don't look like this.
You're in here working out all the time. I mean, God, it could be worse. You could end up looking like
I
this.
see him working out on the street too. He's out running around riding his bicycle.
There we go.
I tried.
That's right. Oh, it's staying active is all you need to do. I can't work on my looks, so I work on my strength.
I was blessed with the good looks.
Yeah, I gave that up for one year. Turned out to be a permanent thing.
Good looks and a strong back. Would have rather had money.
165, we'll jump it up. I think I'm just gonna use 25ers. Just because they look cool. If I have enough of them. There we go.
You know, you were talking about the reverse grips. You know, I got started doing them. I got bad carpal tunnel. I did that and I noticed it felt good right away. That's what kind of got, I just think about that one.
That's usually what it is. It's usually a correction to either your elbows or your wrist.
It must have pulled, straightened them tendons out or something, because it's really helped a lot.
This is a weird looking bar. I'm pretty sure this is not a 45-pound bar. I'll have to weigh the bar afterwards.
No, that one's a 35, I think.
There is a 35 one.
I know, I thought I was getting real strong one day, then I realized.
No, I actually hit it on the bench. It's that one right there, one leaning against the wall. That's
Yeah,
that
a big
one.
one like this.
Yeah, but it's that one there.
Yeah.
And luckily, somebody said something to me before I started lifting. I said, thank you, because I would have like a 10-pound PR. Really.
Yeah, the next time you go.
Next
hurt
time with a
yourself.
different bar, you're like, what happened? Afterwards, I'm not sure how much it weighs. So they're doing inclines. So I got 195 up there now. Yeah, genetics don't hurt.
Have a good one.
Yep. Randy, good luck with your tooth. Hope it comes out in one piece. So a good workout today. That sluggishness is now wore off, and I do have a lot of energy. It took a good hour to get there, but it got there. So when I get some heavier weights, I'll videotape this and upload it. So I appreciate everybody that's always popping into my videos and commenting. Comments do help. Hitting the thumbs up helps. I do appreciate that too. Right when I get home, I'll have a quick lunch. And then I'm probably going to throw discus and see how that goes. I found my son's throwing shoes, and we have the same shoe size, so that'll work. I've been watching how maybe I get that spin a little bit faster there towards the end. But it's all in the spin. And you always want to sit there and keep researching the form, because when it comes down to discus throwing, it's more form-based than it's raw strength. Raw strength does help, but actually being able to get that arm fully extended and be able to spin faster without falling down is definitely a benefit. You know, it's as the summers went by, I have really felt myself improve in the recovery process. Still moving slow and steady. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. And the only thing I look like is when I throw a shirt on. I don't look too bad, you know. This is a double X. Fill out pretty quick. Some of the other double X have been washed a few times. Too many are getting a little tight on me. That's because they've been washed. But I bought a long-sleeved collared heavy shirt, which I'll use a light jacket, and I had to go to a 3X just to get it over my shoulders,
Well,
you know. Yeah, being in shape is about activity. It's not about lifting heavy weights.
this is true.
That's just my mentality. I go for, 3-mile hikes during the day, and I'm gonna do discus in the senior games
You are?
next month. Yep,
Sweet. Where at?
Springfield.
Nice.
So I've already signed up for it. It'll be my first time doing it. I coached it for quite a few years.
Yeah.
So Mike goes, "What's your goal?" I said, "The first goal is throwing in bounds. Then we'll go from there."
That's right. That's how you.
I'm not really, as long as they put down when you throw it, I put down 125 because I do that often. If I can throw that, I'll be happy. If I throw more, I'll be even happier.
There you go. There you go.
At that first one, I might just walk up there and go, "Okay, I'm in the game."
You're in the game. You're in the game.
He teaches at the high school. It's good to see it. You're trying to keep in. Would you ever do a club with Michael Hearn? Yeah, if you ever ask, I don't see that happening. I'll do a collaboration with anybody. I think it'd be fun to, like when I had Alan Master Powerlifter on here, like when I had Michael from the Body Beatdown on here. I had Rudy from Alaska Prepper on my show. More than happy to do collaborations. I was on the City Prepper show. I was on Gray Man Prepping show. I wouldn't have made him do a collaboration with anybody who was into fitness. The chances of him asking, probably still haven't done. I don't believe I'm on his radar. How do you quickly relieve sore muscles from workouts? I don't. Soreness is weakness leaving the body, as they say. Generally, I eat more. I ingest more protein. So if I'm sore, it tells me get more protein. But Jacob's got there, magnesium glyciate, and citrate's good for muscular health. Yep. So I do take a lot of minerals and vitamins, but I don't. If I'm not sore, I don't feel like I'm alive. It's just, and that's what happened. Power lifters, we even muscle builders, we get such a high pain tolerance when we're used to dealing with medium levels of pain constantly that it takes quite a bit for us to say, "Ooh, it hurts." 195. Still fairly lightweight. So I haven't done these in a while. So you tend to have to be a little careful. Make sure you don't overdo it. Might have been too late for me to say it. So I'm going to add collars because it's starting to slip over on this side and it's a shorter bar. So I don't want to have it. I don't want to be one of those gym fail moments. So, hey, 21 thumbs up. Wait to see. Too far, get really sore. Yep. And we all do that. I always say up the protein intake and help those muscles heal. So let me get rid of my trash here, get the camera ready. I'm worried not to crunch the camera. When I crunch them, I'll be like, oh, it's from this one.
How's it going, man?
It's going well. Finished up on flat bench. Last week I missed on 400 twice. I hit it this time.
Okay.
Felt good even though I felt sluggish for the first hour. Now I'm
Right.
starting to feel energetic.
That's where I'm at. I need to like,
Warm up.
yeah.
So then I figured one of my subscribers, why don't you do some inclines? I said, I got the energy for it.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Well, still stay light because I haven't done them for a while. I don't
Right.
want to be in a ball of pain afterwards.
Yeah.
So we'll get set up here. What was your first name again?
Kobe.
Colby. All right. Thanks, man. John. There you go. All right. So Jacob had, hey, what's some incline? So I'm warming up. I got 245 here. Knock it up for a couple. See how it feels. And see if I go up any heavier. Haven't done them for a long time, so I want to be careful. Proper form. All the way down. All the way up. I'll very doable weight. I think I'll bump 20 on it. And I'll be right back. Inclined. Ooh, yep. Be right back, folks. All righty, I'm back. So you can tell this is kind of a T-bar. It's already bending. So probably next time I do this, I'll switch out the bar. Because at this weight, it should be bending. It's only 265. Should be a bent bar. But you can tell it's made different. And actually, I'm not sure if it's 265. I'll have to weigh the bar afterwards and see how much it actually weighs. So 21 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Thanks for doing that. Sit there, we'll knock this out one. Not hitting heavy, so I don't need big long breaks. And my energy level is really high right now. Oh, it took an hour. it's already bending. And that's not enough weight for it to be bending. Like,
Yeah, that's, I try not to use that bar.
yeah, it was there.
Right.
And once I started loading up, I'm going. I was at a gym in Missouri, and the owner, when I had 405 loaded up on flat bench,
Uh-huh.
he come over and he's like, well, I think I want to switch bars. I go, well, why is that? He goes, well, I don't want you to the bar. And I said, well, you know, is it $100, you know, Walmart special? He goes, you don't know. You know, it's a $350 bar. I said, then you're fine.
Right.
So he filmed me doing it. So this is out in Lawrence, Missouri,
Mhm.
out by Lake of the Ozarks. And I think I went up to like 450 that day. And next thing I know, the sheriff comes in, walks right up to me, and starts talking to me. You know, we're out in the middle of Missouri. He's like, how old are you? So I'm 60. He goes, man, you know, and I said, did he call you? Oh, yeah. He goes, man, you got to check out this old guy, blah, blah, blah. So I talked to him for about 10 minutes. Nice guy. And here comes a trainer from one of the other gyms. I said, man, he goes, yeah, I call a lot of people. I don't get this in my gym. So I was there. We went there 2 weeks ago to watch a band that we knew.
Mhm.
And I called him up and said, mind if I, oh, no, let's go. What are you in? You know, he's all excited. I left him one of my shirts. Yeah. I said, oh, my 15 seconds of fame. Okay, it's over.
You ever been to the gym over in Peru? Exercise?
Yes. Actually, I know all those guys. I worked out there when they used to be downtown LaSalle in this one little area. But I used to work out the Y. I ran the Sears store there.
Okay.
And reason I ended up at their gym because one day, Memorial Day, the Y was closed.
Mhm.
Monday's bench day. So my assistant manager goes, why go to sex science? So I went there and John was there. He's the one that could, you know, like jump.
Yeah.
And I said, I just like to come in and, you know, get an extra, you know, workout in. And of course, well, you know, we don't have one of our trainers. I said, I'm self-trained. You know, so he called JP to get permission to let me in. So let me in. They just asked me if I would, you know, come in and like, you know, during the week and do a session with a trainer. I said, sure, I can do it. Well, when he seen how much I was benching.
Right.
So I probably, and I still stop in every now and then
Yeah.
and see him. Last time I stopped in, it was John who I seen. But, you know, JP and you got Raul.
Mhm.
Raul and I, we're still going after the bench.
Great group of guys, though.
They are. Now, last time I was there, some of the people were working on the squat rack. They were kind of full of themselves.
Right.
And now, granted, they were doing really heavy weights, but they would have got red lighted at any meeting. Now, it wasn't ridiculous. It wasn't these.
Right.
You know, I was telling them, I said, man, you're only a couple inches away from a real spot. You know?
Right.
So I'm working up to heavy weights, and I asked one of the guys, you know, if he'd spot me. He could tell he wasn't interested. I was, well, when I finish up, well, he never finished up, so I mean, I could have a girl spot me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not trying something I can't possibly do.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had this young man, probably in his 20s,
Mhm.
spot me, and well, his dad was there. So I got the lift on, his dad started talking to me, and he goes, you may have heard of me. I said, oh, yeah? He goes, I'm Dr. Ed Monroe.
Oh, yeah.
I know who you are.
Right.
He goes, your voice sounds familiar. I said, well, I was the radio ad on Sears.
Okay.
Because that's where our lights do ads too. So then at the time I had a tooth I wanted pulled,
Mhm.
and the dentist in Pontiac, they wouldn't do it. They wanted to send me down to Bloomington as a specialist. And I said, listen, if it needs to be pulled, pull it.
Right.
You know, if it can be crowned, put a crown on it.
Mhm.
So he goes, oh, come see me. So now I go there.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was funny. He goes, yeah, I'm Dr. Ed Monroe. I said, I know who you are. I've heard you for years. All right. Yeah, the chat got quiet. Let's make some noise, people. All right. Going for, I think 275 now. Depending on what that bar weighs out at. Then that'll probably be my last one.
Oh, this feels good. We're feeling good.
Maybe I have to stand behind me just.
I should.
I haven't done these in a long time. Sorry, my fault. Hey, how you doing?
What's up, John?
See, now I can tell the difference between you and Christian. 'Cause he got his hair cut short.
Yeah,
You gotta have these little tricks, you know? I had twin uncles,
I had to change it up.
and when they used to, I had uncles identical. And when they used to come visit our grandmas, I'd pay attention to their glasses. They never wore glasses, and they'd see how my mom would greet them, but mom could tell to do the part.
Yeah.
And they never thought to switch glasses, but when they were in the Navy, if one had a date, the other one would do his duty. And they were on two different destroyers. And they'd get away with it. Yeah, they were some real troublemakers. Just stay in there in case I get in trouble. I shouldn't.
Gotcha.
It's not like it's a lot of weight. I'm not even sure what weight it is. I don't know how much that bar weighs.
More than me. More than me.
Well, yeah.
Now, what's the advantage of loading up weights like that instead of?
I was lazy.
Oh, that's fair.
You don't have to pull the 25 off to put the 30, 45s on. It's a good question, but
Yeah, I see a lot.
I could make up some bullshit.
I see a lot of people do that, and I'm like, I just never.
You know, when you keep doing the same weights every now and then, sometimes you just want to change it up.
It's a mindset thing for sure.
I had a buddy of mine, and we would break each other's records.
Uh,
So for 5 years, the record kept passing back and forth between us. And then he said he started having shoulder problems. His golf game didn't suffer from it, but we were getting ready for a meet, and what we'd do is, one time I loaded up 35s instead of 45s. You know, I did it, and also I had my friends like, man, when did you become a 500-pound bencher? You know, and I replied to him, it's not, it's 390. They're 35. So then the next day, he's got 625s loaded. And we had fun with it, but he hasn't competed since. It's kind of sad because we really drove each other to push it to the next level. You know, I'd get a call, you know, Brian just beat your record, that bastard. And we always were in the same age and weight class.
right.
I haven't had a gym buddy in a while.
Me neither.
A friend that'll actually go with you every day.
I had John Meredith.
Yeah.
He went to the Air Force, and like, I don't know, my schedule is so much different than everybody else's. Like, I can't get in here at the same
Like
time.
when I
So-
started working out, I'd work out with Dylan and Kate.
Yeah.
And then they quit.
Mhm.
And then I'd work out with Logan.
Right.
Logan went away. And he was usually my gym buddy most of the time until he went to the military.
Right.
And Stratton too, but he's also in the military.
When I worked out at Orland Park, it was the only time that there was a group, about 5 of us, that usually would meet up, and we'd work out for 2-3 hours.
Yeah, you could stay in there for a long time.
Just because you had,
Yeah.
we weren't all the same strength level, but
Mhm.
I didn't mind taking weights off.
No.
To me, that's exercise just like anything else.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Joliet, there was 4 of us, same thing.
Mhm.
I think the hardest workout I had is I did bench for about 2 hours, and I'm walking out, and I'm running to 2 of my buddies. Say, come on, work out with me, you know? I said, okay, what you guys doing? Chest. Oh, perfect. I did another 2 hours of chest. And, oh my God, I was sore the next day. It's tough for me to be sore on chest because I do so much of it. Oh, my troll comment of the week. You know, they get those stupid comments. Got accused of having implants.
Implants?
Yes.
I don't think so.
He
Implants
accused
don't
me of
work.
having chest implant. Well, just because I have a huge chest. You can't see it through the shirt, but I do have a huge chest. And I got accused of having implants. So my next video says, listen, if there was going to be chest implants bought, they're going in the wife. It ain't going to me.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you.
money better spent.
That's right. The wife said, yeah, you're going to be spending for implants. I'm getting them as a wife, baby. That's what she's eating. So I'm tempted to go heavier.
So I probably will.
I will go for nice heavy bench today, actually.
Heavy bench? Feel inspired?
Yeah.
There you go. That's why I do this. I inspire people to go back in the gym. It's not for the 86 cents a day.
Right.
They changed something on their way they pay.
Mm-hmm.
I was making $2-3 a day.
Oh, really?
So, you know, end of the month, be, you know, $100, you know, like go out and have a good time. This month, I got a whopping $17 for the month so far.
Yeah.
So I got on YouTube chat, yes, what's going on? And he tried to give me some bullshit. I said, listen,
Yeah.
we have money problems. I said, I don't do it for the money anyway,
Right.
obviously. Because I could, the time I spend putting all these videos out, I could work a couple hours overtime at work.
Right.
Definitely. That's what I've done. I've been in like an hour overtime. But they're trying to tell me, no, we haven't said yes you have. I'm going from dollars to pennies.
Yeah.
So I think they're having money problems. I don't worry about it anymore. I just live to get her done. Let me check my comments. Hey, Lewis Pepper. You're at work. Yeah, I do that too. I try to listen to some of my YouTube channels I follow. But it's so loud, you know, work out a Caterpillar.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. I can only respond to chat. But there are some channels out there I like to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
None of them are fitness. That's 225. So I had the 25s under. I'll make it 275. Oh, well, we'll make it 2 something. I just did 275, right?
Yeah.
Then we'll jump it up to, well, like I said, I'll weigh the bar at the end. Then I'll really know what I'm lifting.
I think it's a 35-pound bar.
It might be.
Yeah. It's just
It's still good weight.
yeah. No, it's seriously good weight. It's
What I should do is I should move it so it's on there, and then you can see that big bend.
yeah.
So I get a lot of that. Hey, no way, the bar ain't bending. Well, cheap bars don't. Or the cheap bars do, good bars don't. And then you'll go on that guy's channel, and they're a gamer. All right, so 295 if it's a 45. It's 285 if it's a 45. All right, let's do this. What are you doing next?
225.
There we go.
I see a lot of people that just they waste a lot of time on their lifts. Like
I have to. I need a lot of warm-ups.
I feel you.
But sometimes when I really want a heavy weight, I'll do like 3 sets at 135 and then a set of 225, a set of 350, and then I go ahead.
Right.
But like today, I probably did at least 12 warm-ups.
Oh, okay.
See,
See,
I was feeling sluggish.
Right.
I couldn't get the blood moving. I feel great now. I think I could do a 405 bench now.
Right.
But we'll stay with the 405 and 400. All right, we're recording. I'll shorten this one later. So it's either 295 or 285, depending on what the bar weighs out. All right, still feels good. Feels heavy, but not too heavy.
What's up, Rich?
Oh. I think we're gonna hold there. Just because I haven't done it in a long time.
What's going on, bud? chest, back, and shoulders.
So we're gonna hold up on that weight.
I got everything today. Tomorrow legs. Knee split. Yeah. I got 6 now. Yeah. The worst part about it is my leg days are only 2 days apart. But my body will do.
You're young, you can recover.
Yeah. But like this is my favorite part of Yeah. Yeah. I was getting way too used to my split.
Let's see if I miss any comments here. There we go. 22 thumbs up. All right. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, everybody.
What you got today, Edge? Okay. Are you going push pull now?
Yeah. I was doing.
I know you and Steve were doing that one.
Yeah, let's find out how much his bar
Yeah,
weighs.
yeah.
Oh, fuck. His bar is not even 35.
Yeah.
I kind of like push pull.
I think it's a 25-pound bar.
And you know, honestly, it might.
I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Now I know. We're not even do that. It's a 15-pound.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's why it's been. So. We're gonna make a little adjustment to the weights we said these were.
Right.
This literally is only a 15-pound bar. And I like to stay accurate about that. I thought for the first time doing them, I was putting some pretty heavy weights on, but still is a good weight. So that was 265 on my last one. I'm gonna move this to the other side of the gym because it doesn't belong. Put it where it belongs.
I don't know where my time's at.
Now we know why it was bending. So next week we'll put a real bar there. Actually, Thursday. So I think it's something I'm going to add to my lifts, just because it felt good doing the inclines. We got her. Hey, how we doing? Thanks for joining in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Appreciate it. We're going to move out here. So I can start getting things packed. It's getting to be around noon. Time for me to head home and do some discus throwing, which I will do some videos and post those later on in the afternoon when I get to a place that have a good signal.
Yeah, that's the best part. That's like, go out there and work it. Do it, right?
Like that's why that's why you run. I know you guys are, but like the people that have.
Now it's time to head home. I have a text my wife. Says she teaches right here in town.
She's like, Cheyenne. I'm like, bro, Cheyenne has a couple years. You can't just wait for your friends. Right, come on, like, go experience the yourself. Hey, you want something?
And see if she answers. She's teaching. The 22 thumbs up. Appreciate it. Been in chat. Oh my goodness, 2 hours and 10 minutes. So one of my longer live streams. That's okay. Let me see. Yep, slow and steady. Wins the race. Yep, increasing the protein. To kind of go on all these chats I missed. Barbell roll. Jacob, I haven't done barbell rolls in a long time. I ended up getting an injury that was kind of related to it. I was doing them really heavy, and then I was moving some potting soil bags, a couple stuck together, and it just, the angle was wrong, and I messed up my back for quite a while. So it's not something I've done in a while. I'll use a machine to do the same exercise.
I mean, I'll do it, but I
don't know if they heard you or not.
I haven't tried these. I haven't tried those. Oh, yeah.
Let me lift you off, want me to lift you?
Is this yours, Ed? I like it. I just ran out of that. One third. I don't know if it's go, but I see my three. Yeah. I like it. It's good. Yeah. I like it. Well, it tastes good.
Good rep. Yeah?
You should try something. It's great.
One of these days you get it.
That's 205.
I know the feeling. But the muscle memory will come back. It won't be the journey it was to get there first time.
No, seriously, no. I'm bouncing back a lot fast.
Yeah, it does. Generally, this year's been a little bit longer because I've been out of, because usually I only miss about, 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
But the journey's been a lot more difficult, but it's still, I'm still making progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty close. Yeah, so that's got a lot to do with it.
I'm about 15 pounds. Again, I eat particularly.
But it was probably 30 pounds.
Yeah. I feel it. It's like work.
All righty. So yeah, Jacob, I don't really do barbell rolls anymore. So Mom didn't answer. I don't blame her. She's probably busy. She's not going to be tied to her phone too much. So good workout today. Time to go home, eat, and then throw. So everybody, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. I appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate spending your morning with me. And next live stream most likely will be on Thursday. And Thursday will probably be a rep day. And maybe a rep day on the bench, reps on the bench, and then do incline, and then maybe do some butterflies. So more about volume than anything else. So everybody have a wonderful day. Remember, rest, nutrition, and proper exercise form. And if